How's it going, folks? Nick with Foreclosure Finder. I'm back with another walkthrough of the week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. New videos every Saturday morning. New one in today. This one's pretty rough. Up here in Enfield, Connecticut today. New assignment. Getting out here for the first time. Bring you guys along with me because this is probably one of the worst ones I've seen in a while. I know we had one a few weeks ago where it was tough. I think I mentioned the smell from the outside, and I think this might be a competing candidate here. So again, first time getting in, it is very rough in here, and I know you guys tend to like the rougher properties and the nicer ones, so we're gonna bring you along. Again, for any information on these properties or just looking to connect in general, go ahead and take a look at the links in the video description. Do apologize, got the neighbor cutting the grass across the street, but don't think it should impact us too much here. So all right, so we're out in Enfield today. Got what probably was a nice little three bedroom, one bath Cape Cod style here, but this one is a bit far gone. So take a look. So first things first, out in front, I mean, you can see we just have deferred maintenance everywhere. Grass is very overgrown, just everything, you know, basically no landscaping here. You can see the roof looks like it has some discoloration. We got some streaking coming down, and a lot of the trees are starting to touch the side here. Like I said, this one's a bit rough, to put it nicely. So I expect this one's going to be basically almost a full reno. All right, we're going to go in through these. We're going to go in through the front door, but we'll do the back side here. I just want to notice this. We do have the damaged railings here. Again, just kind of given the rest of the condition of the property, I don't think that's going to impact buyer desirability too much. It's really just the issue with these houses is trying to get them cleaned up to the point where you actually can see what's going on. I mean, you could just take a look at how overgrown this side of the yard is, so it's kind of hard to get an idea of what the chimney looks like, the top of the chimney. So, you know, that's something not only to take in consideration as like a buyer thinking about this stuff, but also like valuing it, because the bank will cut the grass, you know, they'll trim it up a bit, but they're not going to be cutting trees down or anything like that. So just one thing to take into account. Do have we're on a driveway here. Again, grass very overgrown. We got a driveway and what looks to be like a garage that is completely toast. This is burnt toast here. So yeah, collapsed in on itself. Don't think there's going to be much salvageable there at all. This is all demo. You know, this is just all junk here, right? But again, just the condition of it, this thing had to have been sitting for a while to get to a point like this where the structure's just kind of collapsing. So, you know, again, I think this one might be a candidate for a demo as well. I walked through it quickly, didn't walk through the basement yet, so we'll see. But all right, so again, just side of the house, basically can't see a thing. And again, trying to give it to you guys in the raw here. I do these videos kind of as a one shot, one take. You know, I don't do a lot of editing really at all on these, because I want to give you guys kind of the genuine feel. You know what I see is what you see. You're seeing it in the raw. So again, back of the house, just again completely overgrown. We are on 0.9 of an acre, which is nice. You know, big front yard, and overall this backyard is pretty private. A little bit of a slope here, but you know, nice grass cut, clean it up. I think this would look a pretty nice. Again, just trying to see what we can see on the back side here, and a great example of why I always wear pants even though it's 85 degrees today. I don't know what I'm stepping in or what's going to try to crawl on me. So we can take a look at the deck. I'm seeing some, I don't know if it's coming up in the camera, but some missing wood pieces here, rotted out. So that's probably going to have to be replaced. I mean, you can see the tree coming over the roof there, all that growing into the gutters. And I mean, even this hatchway here, but just looking at this tree, I mean, this tree is probably less than what, 5 years old. Any arborists in the comments, but it almost looked like a sapling. They just let it grow, and now you got a tree right next to the house, and one run right next to it here too, because they are skinnier and they almost look like the saplings that just, you know, grow because you never touch it, you never maintain it. So correct me if I'm wrong in there. Again, I'm not too much of a nature guy, but just something I seem to notice around these properties. Do have this cool thing. I saw this and was kind of intrigued. Looks like it's a swing set, but it's in the shape of like a pirate ship. This is kind of cool. Show this off real quick. Again, nothing really back here other than it, but I thought it was interesting. You know, you got like the portholes and stuff, and the what is it, the stern of the bow. I'm not a nautical guy, so I apologize, but it looks pretty cool. It's a nice little piece. That's something that you may be able to salvage. Maybe somebody wants to come break it down, bring it over to their house. So you can get a little bit of a better view here. Honestly, the roof in the back doesn't look too bad, at least compared to the front. Obviously we got some some vegetation touching it, but we've seen worse. And then a little bit of the side here. Again, just looking for anything super glaring, just a ton of overgrowth though. So this, I mean, I could see you spending, you know, 10 or 12 grand out here, you know, before you even walk inside. So again, just all these trees, all this overgrowth, you know, you want to get this addressed. Anything touching the house, or has the ability to touch the house or the potential to touch the house, I would just say, hey, let's get rid of it. Especially, you know, like all this overgrown. This one's pretty bad. This must have been vacant for year, maybe. Well, obviously we're in the summer season, so the grass has been growing for a few months. So based on the condition of this garage and the inside, this one might have been vacant for a few years here, if not more. So all right, looks like we might have some neighborhood cats. Okay, so we're gonna head inside. I do have a mask today. This one is, like I said, this one's pretty rough. I know we've had some rough ones on the channel before, but this one might be a candidate here for top tier, for top spot. So again, we'll take a look heading in here. Looks like preservation already got inside. Place was rekeyed before I got here, so that's good. At least we know we're getting in. All right, so here we go. Gonna be a tough one. I have the light here. Just before we even walk in, you can take a look at the condition of the floor. Bowing, you know, this is toast. I imagine this is all gonna have to be replaced. And just honestly, given the condition of the house, I'd probably replace everything in here just to play it safe. So into the living room. Yeah, a little bit rough. Like I said, looks like they might have been using this as a bedroom. But I mean, this place is rough. Doesn't have a smell, it has a stench, is how I would describe it. I do see a few like litter boxes, and there are some, you know, droppings around the house too. So bit rough, man. It's just tough to understand how people get to this point, right? But you know, everybody's life is different. I'm just blessed to be in the position that I am. Okay, yeah, like I said, I don't think there's really going to be much to save in here at all. Depending on what the basement looks like, I might argue it's a demo, just because, I mean, yeah, coming into bedroom number one here, not much, right? Not much you're saving in here. It does look like vinyl windows, which is nice, you know, silver linings, but yeah, everything toast in here. They got the, looks like the hospital style bed. Because I think this was a reverse mortgage foreclosure, if I recall correctly. So typically in these, the borrower will pass away, banks takes the property back, and you get some situations like this. But yeah, a little bit rough here. Like I said, I don't know how long this one's gonna be, just because it is tough to just breathe in here. So all right, bathroom. They got a bathroom upstairs too, so I'm thinking that one upstairs might not be permitted because the tax card only has one. It looks like it might have been that little closet that we see typically in Capes at the top of the stairs. But again, I don't think there's gonna be anything salvageable in here. Maybe the windows. You know, it does look like the windows were replaced more recently with the vinyl. It's actually a granite countertop in here on the bathroom. That's funny. Just the juxtaposition of you know, the nice stone and kind of the rest of the condition. But again, I don't think there's gonna be too much salvageable. Just basically giving you guys the tour of what used to be. Kitchen's actually got a nice little footprint. I don't hate it. You got the eat-in area right here, still in the kitchen. Doesn't look like, maybe we could use the room next to us. I'll pan over in a moment for the formal dining area. But this isn't bad. Again, typical footprint. I'd probably keep this footprint for the most part. But again, just everything's gonna need to be replaced. Even, I mean, you can even see the light coming in on the door on the bottom there. Door looks like it's getting deteriorated a bit. All right, go ahead and pan around. Yeah, so I mean, just some of the dust on it, right? So this place has been vacant for a long time. Okay, again, just trying to see the footprint, trying to get an idea, see what's going on, right? Let's do this. Let's go downstairs. Let's get that over with. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to walk through this whole thing, because I just peeked down here, saw the mess, and I was like, oh geez. So don't have the boots on, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how much we're really gonna be able to walk down here anyway. Oh yikes! Oh wow. Yeah, this is bad. Okay. I mean, you can't even get back there, but I mean, we got mold, we got rust. Looks like some of the plumbing's missing too. I mean, just look at the rust on the freezer here. Oh, is that a cat? I think that's a cat. He just ran out the window. All right, I mean, I wouldn't be, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we got some wildlife in here. Just the food that was left and all that stuff. Looks like there's an open window, so I'll make a preservation order, get this place boarded up. Maybe they can get this place cleaned out. But yeah, I can't even, I mean, this is a sea of garbage. I can't even walk. You can just take a look here, right? Yikes. So I'm sure there's something behind there. I can see the oil tank on an angle. Might be another cat down here or something. I hear something moving around, but yeah, this is toast. I'm not gonna stick around down here too long. Like I said, this one might be like another candidate for a demo potentially. Just because the neighborhood's pretty nice. Some of the, you know, got some high pride of ownership with some of the neighboring properties here. So, like I said, it might just need a little bit too much to bring it back to life. And at that point, in for a penny, in for a pound, maybe see what a new build costs. All right, so it looks like maybe they were using this as the living room with that other area set up with the bed. Looks like they had it's an electric stove. But looks like they got the hookup for a wood stove here, maybe at some point, right? And they got this interesting texture, almost like a stucco texture on the wall, but a little bit more abrasive. Interesting styling, not necessarily my taste, but see that a little bit more out in the western part of the country. Okay, and again, just, I mean, you can just take a look. This place has been neglected for a very long time. All right, let's pop up here. This is where the smell really kind of kicked in. Again, yeah, I don't know if it's coming up the camera. You might see some of the droppings and stuff, but yeah. Bedroom number 2. Again, just Cape style, good headroom in here, good width. It's just, you know, can you see past all the garbage? Just looking to see if there's anything glaring. Closet side here, no. Again, just more junk. Okay. Yeah, like I said, no power, no fixtures in here. Now that I'm noticing, I'll just say no power. It does have the light switch though, so maybe hook up a lamp. Okay. We'll pop into, now this was the half up here that I saw. Now again, tax card only has one, so they might have put this in after the fact. Maybe the town doesn't know, because it does look like the headroom's a little tight in here. I don't think I'd be able to wash my hands with that angle, but yeah, just you know, it's a bathroom at least. I mean, you can get away with it. It's just a little funky with that headroom if you're, looks like basically if you're over 5'5", so might be a little tough for some people, but at the end of the day, it's just another area, right? And then we're gonna pop in here. This room's pretty rough, but basically copy and paste from the other bedroom. Good ceiling height here, again, good width. No dormers, but hey, beggars can't be choosers here. Just very dirty, very gross. This one's pretty rough. I'm gonna need a nice deep shower. Maybe a hazmat shower. Decontamination after this one. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for me, guys. I'm getting it's a little tough to breathe in here, to put it nicely. All right, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. Appreciate you guys sticking around. I know it was a quick one, rough one, but you know, we'll get in and out. Not all of them can be you know, 30-minute videos here. So all right, want to appreciate you guys sticking around again for another walkthrough of the week. For any information on these properties, just looking to connect, take a look at the links in the video description. Nick signing off till next time. See ya.